A sudden dive shatters the stillness, and the struggle for survival begins instantly. Even targets that seem beyond reach are brought under control by strategy and pressure from above. As the instinct to pursue takes over, the sky becomes the stage for its most formidable hunters. In the end, who truly rules the skies? In the natural world, birds are among the most successfully adapted groups of animals. They are found from arid music deserts to rainforests, and even the harshest frozen regions. More than 10,000 music species have evolved distinct traits to command their own space. Sharp vision, ultralight skeletal structures, and specialized hunting tools create remarkable survival advantages. The sky is never just empty music space. It is where ecological order unfolds with every wing beat. In the world of those who command the open sky, the eagle is often called the king of the skies. With a wingspan of over 7 ft music, and vision about 4 times sharper than that of humans, it can detect movement from great distances, and turn open air into a decisive advantage. Its talons, capable of exerting around 400 lb per square music inch of pressure, allow the eagle to maintain control in critical moments. Yet behind that majestic flight are constant trials against wind, water, and rock. Cross open grassland, a lone wolf separated from music, its pack can become a rare target from above. The moment it leaves its zone of safety, it is tracked and approached with precision. Talons nearly 2 in long create a powerful grip, leaving the opponent very little time to respond. Even more demanding are the steep rocky music slopes rising hundreds of feet high, where an eagle pursues a young mountain goat. Here, a single loss of balance music can determine the outcome. The eagle does not prevail through speed alone, but by pressing its target to the very limits of music the terrain. Even a much larger mountain goat music can be forced to yield under that remarkable pressure. For the eagle, distinction comes not only from strength, music, but from the ability to endure the harshest tests nature can offer. Owls are often described as silent phantom, masters of darkness and space. Beyond their large, light-gathering eyes, they are equipped with specialized feathers that suppress sound in flight, turning every wing beat into a silent approach. Across the snow-covered Arctic, the snowy owl stands music motionless, blending into the frozen landscape. From over 100 yd away, music it can detect the faint movement of a small rodent beneath deep snow. At the precise moment, its wings open, and its body glides forward without a sound. A control strike music through the soft surface, and the target is secured. This is how the snowy music owl establishes its place as a silent hunter of the far north. As the sun sets, control of the sky shifts to nocturnal owls. With eyes that make up about 5 of their body weight, they gather light music far beyond human capability. In territorial encounters, they can even move against powerful music raptors such as ospreys or large falcons. No display, no noise. This is how these masters of the night maintain music, their authority across generation. Music under the skies of North America. The American white pelican appears as a slow-moving giant, with a wingspan nearing 10 ft. Music, but that unhurried appearance can be misleading. This is a highly refined encirclement specialist shaped by nature. Its most distinctive feature is the throat pouch, holding up to 3.5 gallons, a biological net without equal. Rather than hunting alone, they line up like a coordinated formation, quietly pressing forward, and opening their bills to gather both water and prey in a single decisive motion. Their feeding behavior is not limited to fish. To sustain themselves, they may take advantage of unexpected opportunities, including capturing birds weighing close to 1 lb on land. Without tearing, the pelican uses its bill, over 15 in long, to secure and guide the prey, turning its pouch into a mobile holding chamber. Yet, in nature, music abundance always carries a cost. While filtering large volumes of water to retain their catch, Pelicans momentarily reduce their ability to react quickly. In a brief lapse of awareness, they can fall within the range of a hidden marsh predator, the alligator. In the wild, the line between a successful catch and sudden danger can be as thin as a single moment. If eagles are powerful warships with massive wingspans, hawks are the highly agile fighter jet. Unlike the imposing presence of eagles, hawks have more compact bodies with shorter, rounded wings that allow rapid maneuvering through dense forests where a 7ft wingspan music would become a limitation. The hunt of the red-tailed hawk is a display of precision. It waits patiently on a high perch using sharp vision to scan the area before releasing its talons. Its diet is music varied, about 60 rodents, 20 reptiles, and the rest amphibians. Music at speeds of around 100 miles music per hour. It can intercept fast-moving bats in midair. Once a target is locked, the angle music of descent turns the sky into a decisive arena. Less showy than its eagle counterpart, the red-tailed hawk maintains its dominance through persistence music and remarkable adaptability. That is why across generations, it remains a symbol of keen awareness music in the wild. In the 110 Fahrenheit heat of the Saharan desert, Harris's hawks face a demanding test of survival. They operate like an aerial wolf pack. When a jackrabbit music is spotted, one hawk drives it forward while others position from above. A perfectly coordinated music trap takes shape. A final grasp brings the chase to a close, securing the future of these desert music hunters. The distinction of hawks lies music not in prolonged pursuit, but in moments that arrive faster than reaction time. In nature, sometimes a single cut through the air is enough to redefine the balance of survival. Across the vast wetlands of East Africa, the shoebill appears like a creature from a prehistoric age. Standing about 5 ft tall with a wingspan close to 8 ft, it doesn't rely on speed, but on the steady presence of a hunter that rarely misses its rhythm. Its most defining feature is the massive bill, nearly 1 ft long, and about 5 in wide. Part horn-covered shoe, part precision tool, music. It is designed for decisive control in critical moments. Most of the time, the shoebill remains motionless. It waits patiently along shallow channels where lungfish and catfish must rise through oxygen-poor waters. When the moment arrives, music, its heavy body drops forward in a sudden, control strike. The sequence ends within seconds, built upon hours of absolute stillness. This patience music makes the shoebill one of the most unpredictable hunters of the wetland. It does not chase. It stands and waits, allowing the marsh to present the opportunity within reach. Under the blazing sun of the African savanna, the secretary bird appears like a graceful queen with long lashes and an elegant stride. Music standing over 4 ft tall, it moves across the grasslands with the confidence of a ground-dominant hunter. But that refined appearance can be misleading. This is one of the most formidable close-range hunters on the planet. Rather than relying on its bill, its greatest weapon lies in its long, music-powerful legs. With remarkable precision, it delivers strikes with force up to 5 times its body weight in an instant. A single well-placed stomp can disrupt a cobra's movement before it can respond effectively. Instead of soaring for a long period, it walks more than 20 miles a day, turning each music step into a relentless patrol. In the world of the secretary music bird, beauty is not for display, but a veil over a relentless survival music instinct. Its elegance music is simply the opening note of an outcome that cannot be avoided. The water's surface appears still, yet danger is never truly at rest. The crocodile presses low along the muddy bank like a living trap from an ancient age. It does not display its strength, choosing instead to wait for the exact moment to close the distance. Each encounter captured on camera shows that nature often favors the more patient side. Within waters that seem ordinary, what makes the crocodile the greatest source of caution? In the realm of predators, boldness always carries a costly risk. The leopard, a cunning hunter weighing about 150 lb, music sometimes dares to challenge the master of ambush by claiming prey near those formidable jaws. But the Nile crocodile never forget. It waits in silent, patient, and watchful, for the single moment when balance can shift again. When the leopard is forced to cross the territory of its rival, a sudden snap may erupt from the water. In that split second, music the cat struggles intensely to break free from the grip of dozens of sharp teeth. Its natural agility may allow it to pull away at the last music moment. A stark reminder that beneath the water's surface, the crocodile holds the advantage. A similar risk surrounds the cheetah. Even as the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching about 70 music mph, that speed offers little protection against a sudden surge from the river. In barely 0.2 music second, faster than a single breath, the crocodile can turn an ordinary drink of water music into a life-threatening moment. For the animals watching nearby, music becomes a powerful lesson. Vigilance is not merely a habit, but the only safeguard music that allows the rulers of the land to see another sunrise. Wildebeest are among the most enduring marathon travelers of the Serengeti Plain. Weighing up to 600 lb, they carry a powerful migratory instinct in the search for life. Each year, a living current of nearly 1.5 million animals begins a demanding music journey across vast distances. Before the fast-moving music Mara River, young cows may only see a source of water, while experienced adults pause, memories music of past dangers still lingering beneath the cloudy surface. Beneath the music water, Nile crocodiles reaching up to 16 ft in length may have been waiting for weeks, sometimes even months. They do not rely on long pursuits, but on silence, positioning, and the moment when the herd disrupts its own formation as it enters the river. Once the crossing begins, the strong current quickly breaks the cohesion of the herd. A single misstep, or one animal drifting too far from the group can place it in serious danger. Powerful jaws with a bite force of about 3,700 lb per square inch may surge forward in an instant, pulling a target away from the river's edge amid splashing water and the thunder of hooves. Each migration season, thousands of animals are lost along these rivers. Yet in nature, that loss does not go to waste. What is left behind contributes more than 1,000 tons of nutrients that sustain the river ecosystem for months afterward. At this fragile boundary of survival, one quiet ending music often becomes the beginning of new life. Music leaving African savanna behind and moving into the watery maze of the Pantanal, a dramatic shift in dominance unfolds beneath the flooded forest canopy. This is the domain of the caiman, ambush hunters about 8 ft long and weighing roughly 120 lb. It, from the dense vegetation, a pair of golden eyes studies the scene with remarkable precision. It belongs to the jaguar, the only big cat that has turned music these wetlands into its own arena. Unlike many distant relatives, the South American jaguar possesses an extraordinary bite force of about 1,500 lb per square inch, a biological tool capable of ending a confrontation with a single music-precise hold on a vulnerable point. When the jaguar releases its sudden burst of power, music, it is not merely hunting, it is executing a carefully calculated strategy. In a flash, the spotted figure dives towards the water, neutralizing its rival's ability to respond before it can. Music retreat into deeper channels. Even as the struggle unfolds in the water, the jaguar's powerful shoulders allow it music to maintain control, pulling the wetland hunter up toward the steep river bank. The encounter ends in the quiet of the vast forest music, where the jaguar reaffirms its commanding presence, leaving a lasting music caution for those that once felt secure in the depths of the muck. On the African grasslands, lions hold the authority of land-based rulers. With a weight of around 400 lb, they can burst into motion in an instant. But their greatest advantage still lies in their ability to coordinate as a pride. Yet along the edge of muddy rivers, that power music begins to meet its limit. The Nile crocodile is almost made to control that boundary. When lions attempt to cross the river, even the music's slightest movement beneath the surface is enough for the crocodile to judge the right moment to approach. In that instant, what keeps a lion safe is no longer strength, but alertness and reflexes quick enough to preserve music distant. And encounters along the riverbank rarely end there. They leave behind a lasting caution on both sides. The balance shifts only when the crocodile exposes itself on shallow ground. At that point, the lions quickly use their advantage in numbers, closing in from several directions and forcing their rival to keep turning. Their agility helps them maintain pressure while the crocodile tries to hold a defensive position with its thick armor and deeply intimidating jaws. But on dry ground, the advantage no longer belongs to the ambush hunter of the water. In the end, the crocodile usually has to find its way back to the river, where the balance tilts in its favor again. From the opposite side, even when lions are holding food near the water's edge, they still cannot afford to relax completely. Just one sudden movement from the dark mud is enough to make the entire pride step back at once. At the meeting point between land and current, power does not belong absolutely to the stronger species, but to the one that commands its own space. Amid the murky wetlands of Africa, the appears like a living fortress that is extremely difficult to challenge. An adult can weigh up to 3,000 lb, carrying dense muscle capable of driving its full mass through the water in an instant. With jaws that can open to nearly 150 and tusks approaching 20 in length, it does more than guard territory. It firmly enforces its presence. At the water's edge, a Nile crocodile watches quietly, sensing even the smallest vibration in search of a gap within the hippo's solid formation. Opportunity usually appears only when a young calf falls briefly out of rhythm, drifting beyond its mother's protective circle for music a few seconds. Even when such a moment emerges, it remains an extremely dangerous gamble. When the fortress responds, the balance can shift immediately. An adult hippo may drive forward with immense mass, forcing the crocodile towards shallower and less favorable water before delivering a powerful bite of around 1,800 lb per square inch. Amid the collective force music of the group, the ambush hunter often finds its options quickly limited against the hippo's thick skin, which can reach nearly 2 in. In the wetland, the lesson is unmistakable. At times, calculated strategy must yield to sheer strength and the order of the herd. Along river sandbanks, wild boars have never been easy targets. An adult can weigh up to 200 lb, carrying tusks about 4 in long, and reacting quickly to any unusual signal in its surrounding. At the water's edge, even a brief moment of distraction can create an opportunity for a crocodile to move close. From the calm surface, it can surge onto the bank at speeds of around 11 mph, attempting to close the distance within only a few seconds. For the wild boar, however, vigilance remains the first line of defense. In other situations, especially when young are nearby, the balance can shift the other way. A mother boa lowers her center of gravity, drives forward with determination, and creates enough pressure to force the ambush hunter to hesitate. At the boundary between land and water, strength doesn't belong only to the one that strikes first, but also to the one that holds position and protects what matters most. Crocodiles are ancient masters of ambush. With eyes set high on the top of the head, they can remain perfectly concealed beneath murky water while waiting for the precise moment to act. Rather than chasing prey over long distances, the crocodile concentrates its power into a sudden burst of speed and a powerful rolling maneuver that secures control. With an extremely low metabolic rate, it can wait patiently for months, trading long stretches of stillness for a single decisive second of action. In that wild world, The eagle does not music need noise to affirm its position. It dominates throughout it.